Okay, I'm doing a shock upgrade on JYM. So the original shocks I have on here was just the Monroe shocks. One of them busted and I replaced it with the KYB gas adjust. And I was so impressed with how stiff this shock was. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side. So this shock here is fairly easily pressed down. It's just, factory replacement stuff. So I'm just going to get my warranty back on this and throw this one on, which is a lot stiffer. So that's what I want for the handling. I'm going through some mods. The Monroe deletes this setup here and comes with a bolt and spacer setup like this that bolts it right straight to the axle through the shock. So I'm having to undo that, and my hardware is just slightly different. Like whenever I got this shock here, the spacer was too long, so this didn't fit in there. So I just kind of went in and found my thicker side and ground it down just slightly. And then the bolt I want to use is one of my grade 8s I had laying around, so I had to go through and ream these holes out a little bit so that the bolt fits in there. So one side I got a little better than the other. There we go, now it slides in. So I'm just working on getting all this assembled. And I need to find me some washers for this bolt, and I already have me a grade 8 nut. So that's kind of the hardware I want to use to put this together, and that'll really help out in the handling section, or at least I'm hoping it is, compared to this shock right here. So a lot stiffer. Okay, so the washer I wanted to use, I found 2 of them, but they're just a hair too small, so it won't go over the shank of the bolt. So I'm just going to take my burr bit on my drill and ream it up just a hair. That'll work. It's hitting the vise right there, so that's why it didn't go in all the way. So what I did, I just tried to go around a good even speed, make it all even. I'll come back with my round file and cut any edges off there, and that'll work. Okay, I got my washers clearanced. Got everything on here. So brake cleaned this bolt down just a little bit, and I'm going to use a little bit of blue Loctite on here, just to make sure the nut doesn't back off, because having bolts fall out on your shock isn't real fun. So just a hair. I'm going to spin this down. So this bolt is a little long for what I'm doing. So I ran it towards the inside of the car instead of towards the tire side. It's not hitting anything, so it's good and clearanced. Not going to hurt nothing. And I already had the bolt, so that makes it worth a lot right there. So just going to kind of snug it for now until I get it up in the car. So the fun part begins whenever I'm trying to basically thread this through the hole that I can't really see in the car, and get this locked in, and then I'll have to get my jack up underneath it to jack it up and get this stud in there. That's how I did the last one, and then probably looks like I need to clean this up and get it prepped for Loctite once I get it up in there too. So yeah, these things are stout. So if I'm laying on my back, I'll have to use a jack to get it up in there. But all my clearancing and everything come out a good slip fit, but not too loose in there. So allows to pivot. It's going to be much better. Alright, so I got the shock threaded up in there, and then I took my secondary jack and just kind of put underneath it to hold it in place so I can do the top hardware. So I guess here's one of the benefits of not having a back glass, because I can just reach down in here. So I'm just going to put my hardware on. I can get everything lined up the way I want it, and put it together, get that fairly snug, and then I'll just jack up the bottom, and like I said before, put that bolt in on the axle, and it's pretty much done. Kind of almost like not having a back glass, other than the AC probably don't do too good. And it's a fair weather car. Alright, it's in. One of the things I want to note is this little hook right here has to go in the slot. That keeps it from rotating. I guess I could have put the bracket on first and then tried the jack to shock up and put the bolt through, but I know that's going through 1, 2, 3, 4 things have to line up going that route, and I didn't want to do it like that. So that's how that's how I put KYB gas adjust shock on my '89 Mustang anyway.